Welcome back, everybody, to No Ordinary Path. It's a Real Talk Tuesday, and it is another travel nurse takeover. Sunglasses. All right, so cool. These are my 5 tips for student nurses who want to someday travel nurse. Recently at work, I have been taking a couple nursing students. And yes, travelers, occasionally they will ask you to do this. You can always say, no, I don't mind, I enjoy taking students. I thought this would be a fun topic, not necessarily for my travel nurses, but this one is dedicated to the nursing students. I get a lot of questions, man, what you do is really neat. How do I get into travel nursing? How do I totally want to become a travel nurse. Number 1, you probably need to have at least a bachelor's degree. The higher level of education you have, the higher success rate you have of being hired. Aww. Caveat here, I have worked with plenty of nurses that have their ADN or their associate's degree, and they are fantastic at what they do, just as well as any bachelor's nurse or master's or even PhD or DNP nurse. That does not necessarily make you better. However, in the eyes of academia and in the eyes of management, the higher level of education you have will do nothing but help you. So, if you're looking to get into nursing school with the goal of someday becoming a traveler, look for at least a bachelor's. Any reputable travel nursing company will require you to have at least 2 years of experience. You have to learn the job before you can do something that's a higher skill level. You have to be comfortable with your practice in terms of walking into a new place, working with new people, and doing the job. You have to be able to hit the ground running. Get a couple years of experience. Learn who you are first as a nurse. How do you practice? Get comfortable with talking to other professionals. Get comfortable delegating tasks. Get comfortable with knowing where your practice is in terms of what do you feel comfortable taking and what do you not feel comfortable taking. Tip number 3. Now you need to buff the resume a little bit. These positions, especially sought-after positions, like in a high location or something like that, are going to get a lot of different applications. So you need to make yours shine, just like any other job interview. There is a certification now for almost anything. These companies need to see that you are a mover and a shaker and that you can go in and represent them to the hospital really well. They want to keep sending back more nurses and keep that contract with that hospital up because there is a lot of competition in this business, you guys. Prove yourself to be a great nurse who goes above and beyond their job description. Join committees. One of the most awesome places I worked had a FART committee. It's the Fun and Recreational Team FART committee. That actually got approved by directors. Maybe work in the float pool for wherever hospital it is that you're working at. You can do 1 year of experience in whatever specialty you think you like, and then do a year of experience as a float nurse. Being a float nurse looks huge to hospitals when they are looking to hire travelers because they know, hey, if this guy can float or this gal can float, at least they know how to walk into another unit where they're not like buddy-buddy with everybody and do their job and do it successfully. Tip number 4, prepare for your travel. One thing you can do to help prepare yourself is to set aside a little bit of cash. Some people it's $1,000, some people it's $5,000, some people it's $10,000. It's whatever it is for you. You're gonna get to assignment and it happens, you guys, sometimes the contract cancels and you're struggling to try to find a job in a city where you've moved to. Sometimes vehicles break down. You know, there are things, sometimes you get sick. There are things that happen in life. And so have a little bit of money set aside so that you are not entirely dependent upon this travel paycheck. Think about what you're going to do for housing. Are you going to do the RV thing like No Ordinary Path does? Are you going to do it like us? It's super fun and it really opens up a whole new world of adventure. Or you could take the housing option that the agency offered. Where do you want to go? Think about it. This is the most fun about being a travel nurse, is figuring out, all right, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to take it off here. This is our travel map of where we've been as we get to fill it in. Super fun way to kind of log your travel. Pick out where you'd like to go and then figure out how to get the license. You have to have the license to practice in the state in which you want to visit. So if you're part of the compact, hooray for you. That's awesome. It makes it so much easier. But if you're not, start applying for that license early. If you have it beforehand, that will also buff the resume just a little bit more for those hospitals that are looking at it. If not, at least start the application process as you're applying with your agency.
And that kind of goes into the fifth step, or the fifth tip, is contact your recruiter. Find out what travel company you want to work for and contact them. There are hundreds and hundreds of resources out there about good companies. Right now, I'm working with Atlas. It's one of the top 10. It's a great company. If you need a recruiter, contact me. I have an excellent recruiter, and I'd be more than happy to put your name in with them.
For my nursing students out there, keep at it. I know it's tough. Nursing is one of the hardest educational programs there are. You guys are awesome. Keep going.
Thanks again for tuning in. I really love doing these travel nursing videos for you guys. Please feel free to leave comments below, email me. I am open and available. Let's get out of the parking lot first. I guess I should have done this first. Ooh, now the sun's coming out. Oh, sorry, going over some speed bumps here. This guy has a monkey, a bright green monkey attached to his hitch. This blinker is going to be annoying. Oh, the sun's going behind the clouds again. There we go. Now we can see.